First week we won 15-12 against the Giants, and now we are playing the Broncos. I'm not actually playing. We're spectating. We're watching. We're on all Madden. Let me switch the control. Oops. I gotta switch the controller. Select. Oops. No. What? Switch the controller. Select. There we go. And resume the game. It may make me do the kick and then switch. It's on all Madden. Time to resume the game. Let's watch this game here. Do the kick. I wish. All right. Time to watch the game here. Let's go, Steelers defense. Let's do this.
They'll run for the first time with Philip Lindsay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
I'm going to hold him. Shut him down, guys.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on,
first down. He's getting the tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
True luck.
A very strong gain of 24.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Locke. A little check down to Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? Man, nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
First carry runs for
wow. Come on, make the fumble.
Inside the 15, just a yard
need to get a turnover.
shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice.
I mean, it's saying something. They're just driving right up the field.
Big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Come on now. Turnover.
But it's incomplete. Yeah, let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
At least it was
Big key's going to
incomplete.
be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
2nd and 10. Playing around, guys.
Pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, just hold them. Turnover.
Back to the air on 2nd down.
Check down. Yep.
They'll find Lindsay here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the play.
Yeah, Lentz is pretty good in the passing game as well. So
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2
turnover.
catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open. And that is caught.
Wow.
Touchdown, Denver.
Freaking Drew Lock is playing like a good veteran, man, not a one-year pro.
Those are the drives that prove you got rookie quarterback Charger on the road.
Oh yeah, well, he's rookie in this game.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. When he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader.
Fans' jerseys are in the stands. They got their zeros. The Steelers fans.
And he's got 7-0 Broncos.
Dude, that is saying something. Driving all the way up the field, all the way down the field, scoring 7 points on our defense. Right off, and it was like nothing, like no big deal. It's almost like we had backups in or something.
After the touchdown,
Switcher.
managed now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it out to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be let out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses.
He doesn't get enough appreciation. It's going to be tough, though, to match what they just did. I mean, we have the players to do it, but I'm so surprised that they did
The
that.
Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger.
Nice play fake.
Completion good.
Good catch.
This is Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron, he's going to be a big addition this year.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten to stop it? It would be 0-0 right now.
Last game, he had 3
I think in most cases, just
catches
got a touchdown, you know,
for 41 yards in last game.
wrong way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive.
Juju had 3 catches for 46 yards in the last game.
Defensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro.
The leading receiver in last game
Brandon could not have been better trained
was James Washington with 5 catches
run game and the
at
pass
51
game,
yards.
and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner.
There you go, Connor.
Get this one across
Connor.
the 45 before he's brought down.
The last game had 24 attempts for 88 yards. No touchdown.
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend
I don't think
and dip.
Chase Claypool had one
Unequaled in this league.
play. I don't think he played one play last game. We haven't seen him yet today. He's the 4th receiver
Here's second and a million, just a yard.
So, I mean, he may not play at all.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's got it across
Too sharp with the cut inside.
into Denver territory. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, yeah.
And he connects with Ebron. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising me.
Ebron's already got 2 catches. He had 3 all game. Last game.
Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first and 10 is Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, guys.
2 there, second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's what they're doing right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage,
They're built from the
you control
inside
the
out.
rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Ben leaves to
Come on. Good job, Connor. Good push.
As that sets him up for third down. Well executed there on second down. So do you go
Inside
back
the
to the
20.
air on third?
We need to drive. We need the touchdown. We got to match their touchdown with a touchdown.
Showed that you were willing to go in one good situation. You might come back and
They're looking good, so. And then our defense is going to kick in, I think. Well, we need to show that we can. Yeah, Benny Snell.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets
Benny Snell has already been better. So last game he had three attempts and he only got a yard.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, it's Snell again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple. Down to the 15-yard line.
I don't think you really read the
before moving up to the next level because the big fella
read the line that time.
just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, "Hey, these fans move me like that," and we said, "Nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy."
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, it's Connor, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third.
Come on, guys, get this touchdown.
First.
If you're a football guy,
Get
that's
this
a pretty
touchdown.
run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Watch that safety.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
He's going to be a very busy guy.
We're getting no respect, man. Our offense is getting no respect.
On notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
There's Kevin Dotson on the left there. Rookie.
fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game.
Now we need a turnover.
Just a field goal, so hey, if your guys can do that,
let's get a turnover, guys.
You're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Turnover touchdown. Minka Fitzpatrick.
Just shy of the 30. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to
wow.
Sutton.
They are making plays, man.
Very nice game. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
I see. The Broncos play like this in real life, it would be something.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there.
They show us
a terrific pass
in a 4-3. They don't show us in a 3-4. And that's our 3-4 is that's our base, man. And they need to show Williams and Bush 2 middle linebackers on there. But no, they only show Bush.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It drives me nuts when they do that crap, too. Actually show what we're playing.
On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Fitzpatrick shouldn't have been the one to make that tackle. Like, I'm glad he did. But if your free safety is making a tackle like that, well, then that means they got the first down for sure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down.
There you go.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get a turnover, man.
On 2nd and 12.
Get him.
This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have themselves
wide open. You got to watch that whole fence, man.
12-yard line. This drive is
tight
pretty good
end.
mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs.
That's a good tight end. Young tight end.
When you think play action right here, because you've got the ability.
He was a rookie in this game, I believe. Yeah, he was a rookie this game. Man, he's got so much time. He should have way got rid of that one.
Just inside the 20 at the 19.
But it was good sack.
Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
You're like,
because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range.
Lock your luck right now.
Defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Long on the bootleg.
Turn over, come on. Get him, what? Oh.
Incomplete.
Well, I guess he learned from a mistake. Got rid of it that time. 3rd and 16. Intercept this ball. If they do run a draw, make them fumble it, but intercept the ball. Turnover, that way they can't get a field goal.
On 3rd and long, it's Long.
All right, get him. Yeah! That was not bad.
He's going down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
He had 3 sacks last game. One from Watt, one from Hilton, and one from Fitzpatrick, which a couple of defensive backs making a sack, and then Watt. So it's good to see Bud Dupree being involved in this one. You know, he's making enough money now. Got that franchise tender, the franchise tag, $15 million. Of course, he wants 17. He wants, he filed the grievance against the NFL. He wants to be paid like a defensive end, but he's not. He's a linebacker. He don't play with his hand in the dirt like very much at all, if any.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't.
So he shouldn't be a defensive end. He shouldn't be paid as a defensive end.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for him so far.
Guys, let's do this. That was good defense. They, held him to 3. And now our offense needs to go down and get a touchdown and tie it up.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive will start with Keller.
They spread them out pretty good, that one.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Come on now.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger.
Going deep. Oh, man.
Incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no
2 of 5.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole lot in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more
Roethlisberger's got to be glad to have his arm strength back. That's for sure.
So 2nd down and 10 once again.
Got to repair that elbow. Got it repaired, so it's good that he can make those throws.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Guys.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me is balance and his ability to take on blocks and be, of course, in the run game, as we just saw there.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle.
No, it's not enough.
Stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the
how are you guys letting...
position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
How are you guys letting Denver? I mean, so far, they're just killing it against you guys.
On 4th down, here comes the Steelers punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds.
On the 30? Really?
Inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got
I mean, you had an opportunity there.
Play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
They had an opportunity.
What would you do best? Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last one got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allow throwing on 2nd down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Block now, hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete.
He's making the right reads.
Hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Block is.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off the bootleg. Lock. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Now, Philip Lindsay, you know, last year had 224 attempts for 1,011 yards and 7 touchdowns. So, you know, he's not a bad running back.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Again, they'll throw with Locke.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible. Come on.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's like Madden wants to screw you even when you're not playing it. Like, holy cow, that reminds me of the play that the Steelers had when Hines Ward went to go catch the ball and he ended up kicking it up in the air and it was intercepted. I mean, we didn't end up getting it, but that's good.
Finding a lane, he barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up
All right,
losing
defense.
3 yards here.
This is where we make the stop. This is where we do it. 2nd and 13. Let's get the takeaway. Turn it over. Look at all these guys on this great defense we have. They need to be playing like it because they're awesome.
Fans have a reminder. I have a note card here that says Cosmo halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as I have things up with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
but, writing down your ad.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
But it's a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, come on now.
Throwing his last on 3rd down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete.
Wide open.
And they're going to have themselves another first down.
12 of 15, 140 yards, touchdown.
29-yard line.
In the game, he's a rookie. Yeah, he's actually, 1-year pro, but he didn't, in the game he's not, so.
Receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Come on, this is incredibly one-sided.
Come
on now, turnover.
And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Block now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
What the heck?
Block again here on 2nd and 10.
Get him.
That's complete to Jake Ball.
Breathe.
Now the
Good closing
Broncos are
speed.
gonna call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Wish we'd get a turnover instead of them just getting a field goal. I mean, I don't even want them to get a field goal. I want a turnover.
Getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. He's got his big tight end fan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion.
Yeah, good job making them stop, guys.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to
But right now, with the way our offense is playing, we can't afford to be giving up field goals.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here tonight. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13 points.
Good.
A dozen plays on that
This is
drive
not
that
good.
ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the other chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, round the two to make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Now the balls are over our head, all right.
Break up, but just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. Just going why they said that. I have no idea.
Do something, guys. Do something.
After splitting the other weights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is
score touchdown.
expand how you get the ball
Change
to
that.
him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired and they get out of position or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, like they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Y'all can do it. At least get a field goal out of the deal. You got 2 timeouts. 43 seconds is long enough. Easily long enough to get a field goal.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Steelers signal
They won't because they called the timeout. Clock isn't going to run.
Here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first
But
half.
you only have 1 timeout now, so you can't just be running the ball like that. You make a play, get out of bounds. Do a couple corner routes, man. Make a move.
First down.
Is Claypool out there?
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
I didn't see a reason to do a check down on that. You had
It's a
him.
pick up for the moment. Let's see what the referee says. They were looking to fuel the holding on the right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside
Tyler.
in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
Guys, hurry up. Hurry up, offense. Get up there, no huddle. That, you don't check it down like that. Roethlisberger. Should have went deep. Even if they don't catch it, it stops the clock at least. Instead of going 3 yards, keep the clock going. You use your last timeout. I mean, come on, man. You guys got to be smarter than that. Your little digital brains have got to be smarter than that. You need to have football smartness, man. Wow. You're gonna run out of time. You got. Now you're gonna have to spike the ball. If you spike it, then it's 4th down. Or just do nothing, I guess. Wow. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I can't believe what I'm seeing out here. I mean, it's time. It is time that our offense showed up. I don't even get it. I don't know what their problem is. Drive down the field and score.
Taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Run a couple play actions since you're running nice, but
here's Roethlisberger to throw. And his throw is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that.
if I was calling the play,
They stopped him in his tracks.
that'd be different. But I'm not calling the plays.
Here's Jerry Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Oh, what is a little... Oh.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over
And the defense.
And
You got to bail us out.
So now
Really, we need
as they head back out there
more
for
than
their first
bailed out.
possession of the second
I mean, you
half.
know,
They have the lead here.
bail us out, be our lawyer, and get us off, because we need a pick for a touchdown. Okay, turnover, touchdown, pick 6.
But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense,
Fumble, recovery, whatever. We need to turn this ball over.
turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
Well, at least it was a little tighter coverage. They weren't like wide open like they normally are. But I mean, in the NFL, that was wide open. I mean, NFL.
Everyone's doing the same thing.
But they've been wide open. They're actually practicing social distancing, I think. You got to be 6 feet apart. Can't cover him.
On first down, Lindsay. Down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'm like dumbfounded, man. Dumbfounded.
Downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the bootleg.
Come on, man. Really?
He's got his 6th wide receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they're going to have themselves a first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
And our defense wouldn't allow all that. Not every time. We've got too good of a defense to...
The ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yeah, I see it. From all angles, I see it.
Operating out of Steelers territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Lindsay. And an alley to run.
Made it so stupid.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
7 rushes, 47 yards.
Back plays of over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Turnover. We've got to make this, man. We got to get. Definitely can't allow another like a touchdown.
First down, get back to Lindsey, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made there by Chris Warren.
And a field goal would still hurt. A field goal would really hurt. 16-3, that would be tough. We could still come back, but it'd be tough. Touchdown, man. That with the way our offense is playing, that would not be what we want to see at all. Turnover would be perfect here.
That went into the hands of Hamilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play, 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. 3rd and 2, Watt's going to throw. This is the tight end fan. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good.
Man.
And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
This isn't going at all like I expected. This game at all. Like I really figured this is our home opener. You know, we played on the road against the Giants and beat them, you know, barely. You know, 15-12. 15-12. Our offense is taking a little bit to come alive, man. It's
After spotting the other rights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
he's coming out of the end zone. He better do something.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's all he ever gets.
The Steelers ready to get their next drive going. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
There we go. Come on.
They know the score. They know the situation.
8-12 for 91 yards. We need to get down there and get a touchdown with this drive.
To treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Yeah, you see him acting like he's going to blitz.
Play fake to counter. Now Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh than sometimes called just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. That's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten
He's drilling the ball.
But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Yeah, we're talking about field goals already when we got a 1st down.
5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They go play action now.
You got to get rid of the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Von Miller, 2 sacks, 4
Picks up
tackles.
his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
Block him.
What you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max
Get him some
protection.
help on the right
biggest ones,
side.
maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
To at least get some of this yardage back after the
Now he's on fire.
2nd and 19.
Got his X factor. Probably unblockable.
The shotgun, that run would come. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up.
You got to block that guy.
Roethlisberger.
He's coming.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Well, the Madden intelligence on that team is good. I wonder why the intelligence on our team's not.
Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Barry now. As he's on to punt.
Oh, now what are you going to do? Punt it through the end zone? Instead of punting it like on the 1-yard line, 2-yard line?
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it
Oh, well, then we know they're going to get it, yeah, at least on the 16.
Out comes
At
this
least.
field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't.
Oh, it's not telling the story.
The error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong.
No, he's managing it. He's managing it fine. No, Drew Lock is.
That means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
He's
Oh,
been pretty solid. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own
got to take
20.
him out. Like, I mean, bust him in the head.
You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your
With no
team right
penalty.
now.
Like, no penalty for it.
The run got 4. Now they do with the 2nd and
We got to
6.
freaking stop them. We got to get a turnover. We need a turnover touchdown. Defense, man,
Second
still.
down. Got a man open. It's Sutton.
Not like that.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area.
Watt.
So you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, no, we haven't scored since first quarter. 3 points. But the fourth quarter is going to be our quarter. All Steelers, fourth quarter.
And make sure that they're still attacking.
Get ready for it.
At the same time, not going so fast.
Everybody watching, get ready for it. Third and 7. Turnover.
Take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward. And they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun on third down, Locke. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively.
We needed to stop them there.
Getting that football back here down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That's what I've been saying. Need a turnover. And they're probably going to be running the ball
First and 10
a lot.
at the 44. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a
Cornerback, safety, that's what we're doing. We're not
this pressure game on his side of the
getting them up with our front 7. We're getting them with our back 7, which is not, I mean, our back 7. Yeah, our back 4, we've been getting them with our back 4, which means they're normally going forward. We got to be pushing them backwards.
But the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly
Third
what we
and
saw there.
10.
But how about the great pursuit?
This is where we get the turnover right here. It's going to be all Steelers from here on out.
They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke.
Get him.
And Shane Hamilton complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Offense on 1st and 10. He's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Block now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, one with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Of course it's face mask. Why? Because they didn't get any yards?
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to happen.
No, in these types of situations,
oh, it helps
will
them.
tell you that's extra intensity.
Rick?
Where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Turnover, touchdown. In that order. Turnover, touchdown.
On the counter, wins it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got him now.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Boy, howdy.
He's getting stronger as this game moves along.
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll look to run Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from
another
the
safety making the tackle.
With extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Turnover.
Again, enemy Freeman. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job, Williams. Good job, Vince Williams.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards.
Turnover. Now you ought to still win. You got to get a turnover. You can't let them score though.
This is caught. And he
How
is
about that?
into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
How about that?
The Broncos push further out in front. He has really settled in.
Look, the jerseys in the stands are zeros. What's up with that?
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. With our defense, the way it is. The rookie quarterback there. Just going on up and down the field like no big deal.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Rub it in.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to...
No, I didn't say run it in. I said rub it in. But y'all didn't do it, did you?
He just has a good feeling or a good read.
I need to, like, we need to, like, just score 2 plays, score onside, score. Come on, Steelers. At least fight. Put up a fight.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
All the zero jerseys in the stands. That's how many touchdowns we've had.
25, call it the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's
just like they have a governor on our stats. Kind of like, okay, you can't have more than this many catches, you can't have this many yards, you can't pass for this many yards.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Oh, run toward Von Miller, please.
It's a sack.
And he only had 3 sacks, now he's got 4, so by all means, run toward him. Run toward him. Look, hey, he's not close enough to you. He's not close enough to you. Where you going? There you go. Run at him.
The deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
May make it easier for you. You need to automatically run to your left, Roethlisberger, never run to your right, because Von Miller is over there.
Now Roethlisberger able to find Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation,
deep on that depth chart,
and you bring your safeties back, they can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Roethlisberger will throw. Complete. It's Johnson. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
come on. Touchdown, Steelers, touchdown.
And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked.
No, they haven't been on the same page, same surface tablet.
Second down throw
Okay.
for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You're running
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of
the stands route. Run the stands route.
They got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense
hit you behind the
two straight
goalpost.
incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Bend to throw again.
Oh, well, you know.
It's intercepted. Picked him
That
off by
sums
Green
it up,
Jackson.
basically.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Our offense, man, they're playing very poorly.
Dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So the Broncos coming out now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Maybe we can get a sack. And then they can punt to us. And then maybe we can get a touchdown. And then onside and touchdown. That'd still only be 19 points. We'd still lose. We'd still lose by 3 points. Isn't that crazy? Now, I guess we could go for the 2. We could tie it up then 22-22 if we did that. So a sack and 2 touchdowns with the extra with the 2-pointers. You got to get the sack first though.
Here's Locke back near his goal line. He's got his big tight end fan. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Because they'd shown the ability to run the football.
Well, after 2 games, my stats are going to look very poor.
And they hit him over the top.
At least we won the first game. And our defense did not play. I mean, they didn't play with how good they are. Like, they didn't live up to their stats. I mean, not only their stats, but I mean, just they're good. They're a great defense. This season, we should even in real life, we should probably hold teams to under 16 points.
They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third,
we lost that game, guys.
Brandon,
Steelers lost that game to the Denver Broncos. Oh, Chris Walker, you'd be happy about this one. You'd be happy about this game. 22-3. 22-3.
Charles Davis and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gott. This has been a presentation of the NFL.
Well, we scored 18 points in 2 games. About a 9-point difference. That is something else. All right, well, thank you for watching the second game of the season. We are 1-1 is our record.